Hi, I'm Shannon Vogel, founder of Reach Social, and we're here today on FCW Live Social Corner to talk all things social media. So we're in a little bit of a series right now talking about boosted posts and why you should do them and audiences that you should choose. If you haven't seen those videos, you're going to want to check those out in addition to this one. So we're talking about today the settings for the actual boosted post. Once you get in and you start pushing the buttons, I want you to feel very confident when you are boosting the post and spending money that you are doing the best that you can do to get that message out there. So there's only a handful of settings, and we're going to go through each one and talk about what your settings should be or what you should think about in order to choose those settings. So the first setting is, what is your goal? This is a good thing to always think about anyway with your content, your editorial calendar, and also your advertising. So you can choose things like your website traffic. You can choose if you want engagement. You can choose automatic, which lets Facebook figure the best thing out for you. So I would tell you that if you are doing something that plants a seed of information that has a link in the post that you want people to go find out more, then you're going to want to choose website traffic. If you have to prove to your boss, or you are the boss and you have to prove to yourself and your reports how the traffic is getting generated back to your site, if that's an important goal to you, then you're going to want to choose that. If it's something that's fun and engaging and you're not sending it to a website, then you can choose engagement. But I also encourage you from time to time to test automatic. And maybe you do this in the beginning so that you can start getting comfortable with the different options and let Facebook choose. And then compare that next time when you do engagement, and then the next time when you do website traffic, so you can see which one of those is working for what type of content. Next is a section called Advantage Plus Creative. And this is where Facebook leverages their data to deliver different ad creative to change up what you actually chose. I choose not to do this most of the time because I'm very intentional and specific about what the creative I've chosen is, and I feel very confident in that. So personally, I turn that off. But if you aren't good with maybe the copy or the language and you want to see if they can change that up a little bit, then you can test that. Next, you get the opportunity to choose if you want to add a button, and there's lots of different button choices: book now, learn more, that kind of thing. If you think it's important with the type of messaging that you're doing to add a call to action, then you can choose the button. But be mindful, when you add a button, then it's going to change the way the whole thing looks, because it's going to add a box at the bottom that says the button and some more information. So be very mindful that when you add the button, it doesn't make it look so busy that you've kind of lost people, because everything needs to look as clean as it can, because people are constantly scrolling. And if you're going to grab their attention and it's too visually cluttered, they're going to move on. So pay attention to if the button clutters it up and if the button is important, and always choose a button that tells the truth. Don't say learn more if they can't learn more. Don't say book now if they can't actually book now. The next section is very important if you want to stay out of Facebook jail. It's called the special ad category. So if you are running an ad about employment where you're trying to hire someone, or you're promoting something that says you're offering financing, then you're going to need to choose and turn on the button that says that this is a special ad category. If you don't, then your ad is going to get rejected, which typically is no big deal. But they're cracking down right now. If you have too many violations, then you can get banned, and it's a super pain to try to get back in. So be mindful if you are doing anything with a special ad category. If you are not in the flooring industry and you happen to be watching this and you have something that is alcohol related, you must choose an audience that is over 21 that you are targeting, or you'll get in lots of Facebook trouble. Okay, next is your audience. And we talked about this in detail in the last video. So if you want more information on how to choose the right audience, then please take a look at that video. And then only a couple more things. The duration, you get to decide how many days you want to run this. So if you are running content, if you're putting out good content every week and you want to push out and boost the best content for that week, then you run it for 7 days. If you've got something that's important that you want to keep running throughout the month, then you can do that. But the minimum that they recommend is 4 days, so that it gets time to get out there, be seen again, or be seen by others based on the activity. Next is your budget. You can start anywhere with $5. You can do as much money as you want. And what's cool is when you set your budget, you get to look on the right-hand side and it will tell you how many people you're going to reach for that budget. And a lot of people find it enjoyable to say, I had no idea I could get my message out in front of this many people for $5. I wonder what $10 would do. I wonder what $20 would do, and so on and so on. And then the last two things are placements and pixel. So on the placements, I recommend that you go into that and remove Facebook Messenger. Target people on Facebook and Instagram all day long if you're on both those platforms. But I don't think that people want to hear about flooring in their private inbox on Facebook Messenger. So I would turn that off. You have every right to test that and see if that is an exception for your case. And then the last thing is your Facebook Pixel. That is tracking data that you attach some code to your website that will help you get more data and more information. So if you really pay attention to the data and the analytics, you're going to want to make sure that your pixel is not only attached, but it is turned on when you boost a post. So this may sound like a lot of information, but if you can pull up this video side by side with when you're boosting the post, then you can go through and each of these things will make sense as you go down the line. Hope this information helped and look forward to seeing you on the next video.